PMAC Movies back once again for a brand spanking new PMAC Movies haul video. 2 in just like not that long of a time. That's pretty impressive. And the reason I'm making this video is I got kind of an unusual unusual type of haul. It is a garage sale haul, and I very rarely do any sort of flea markets or yard sales anymore. Reason being, a few years ago, we did that a little bit, and it just seemed like it was kind of a waste of time. Like, I might find stuff here and there, nothing too exciting. You put time, you put effort, you're driving around, you're spending hours and hours looking for stuff or whatever. It's just, it wasn't fruitful. So, and I mean, think about it too. How valuable is your time? So if you're putting several hours into looking for movies and you find a few good deals, you know, the time factor too. You got to factor that in there. And so anyway, this particular situation, time wasn't really much of an issue, and I'll tell you about it. I just happened to be scrolling through Facebook, and I saw, I wasn't like looking in the sales or anything, but something that popped up like a garage sale, and it had a lot of Blu-rays in it, and I'm like, I'll just message this guy, and it was from my hometown, which is like, you know, 20-25 minute drive. So I messaged the guy, and I think I asked him about prices and stuff like that. And his pictures that he had on there, it was very difficult to see. It was all stuff I already had. It was like DVDs, Blu-rays. Well, he said he had, eventually, I can't remember exactly when he did. Eventually, he ended up saying, or maybe actually he changed his, he added more details to his post, and he put something about 4K in there too. And I was like, ooh, interesting. He didn't have any 4K pictured. So I asked him for pictures. The first day of the sale was Saturday, this past Saturday. I did not go. I was just like, yeah, there's not really enough that I want. The prices that he's asking aren't that great. It was like I don't know if I even knew. I think maybe I did, like $5 for 4K, $5 for TV seasons, $2 for DVDs, and I didn't even really know the extent of what he had besides some of the Blu-rays I saw and the 4K. So I knew there's a few 4K I was interested in, but not worth it to go out there and take the time to do that. Little fella's out there with my doggy. So anyway, it was Saturday night, and I asked him if he sold anything. I think he said he sold a Blu-ray or a few Blu-rays. You know, that my hometown's not an area. It's not an area where people are going to be buying a lot of movies, so I didn't think he'd really sell a whole lot. So then I asked him for more pictures. Oh, you know, or what else you got on? I need to see if this is worth my time to go out there. So he sent me pictures of Blu-rays, which I think there was only like one that I was interested in, and then a bunch of like TV shows, DVD seasons. That there was a lot there that I was interested in if I could get it for very, very cheap. His prices, though, I think I just said $5 for season, stuff like that. And I asked him, you know, if I did like a bulk buy, would he give me a deal? And he said something like, you know, I think my prices are pretty fair or whatever. So I'm like, this guy's probably not really going to budge. But my thinking was, or not budge much. My thinking was, go there. He's probably still not going to have sold a whole lot, and see what the situation is. I was thinking he was kind of somebody who might have like got a bunch of those just to sell them or something. But I wanted to go check it out. You know, not too long of a way I could stop and see my parents and go over and check it out. So I think that's a good enough of the story lead up to this. So I went there, and his stuff was all in a garage. It was kind of on the outskirts of town, so it was like kind of out in the country. There's no traffic out there. There was nobody else there. which was good for me. I had the cellar all to myself. I could totally focus. There wasn't a bunch of other people he had to tend to, other people looking at the movies. It was pretty obvious he wasn't going to sell a whole heck of a lot until PMac showed up, baby. And we got talking. He started telling me about a variety of things. It was from his collection. And basically, he just got engaged, and his fiance's 4 kids moved in, and he had to get rid of some of his stuff, or most of his movies, it sounded like, most of his movies and DVDs. Plus, they were able to get internet out there at that point, which, out in the country, you're not necessarily able to get high-speed internet. So they were just recently able to do that, so then they could stream. Didn't need the DVDs and movies as much at that point because you could just watch stuff through streaming. So I had like kind of my priority stuff that I wanted, and then stuff I was like, if I can get this really cheap. I brought a big plastic bin to put in my vehicle just in case. Here's a plastic bin. Just in case it was like I could score like a huge deal, and I pretty much did. So I paid $130 for all these things, which seems like a lot for a yard sale, but I think the average is like $2.60 per item, because I think it was like 49 items total between, and I'm counting big TV box sets as one too, like you'll see what I got. So it was like $2.60 an item, maybe $2.50 something an item. So we'll take a look at what I got. It is a lot of space. PMac already don't have space in here, and he's buying more DVDs. I don't know what he's doing, but definitely not going to be keeping everything. Once I can get this room set up, which is in the works, probably going to be a bit of a process, but once I do, it's going to be pretty sweet to be able to be organized and to be able to sell stuff and really figure out what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of. But anyway, this is the haul, $130. Like I said, I believe it's 49 items. I don't want to forget anything. Hopefully everything's still in here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look, I guess, at the Blu-rays and 4Ks first. Also, another thing was, he said he had Bones Complete DVD collection, which was interesting because he said, when he messaged me on Facebook, he said he wanted $50 for it. But the price on it there, which I didn't even realize until after we figured everything out, the price that he actually had on it, he had like a little sticker, was $20. So that, I found that to be odd, but anywho. And another thing was, the guy told me quite a bit about himself. He was like, disabled veteran with a lot of health issues and stuff. So, you're at least like helping somebody out to it. So obviously I'm getting movies and stuff too, but he's getting some little financial help. But let's take a look at the 4K and Blu-ray that PMac got. Now, the condition of these, I believe the discs on the ones that were his are pretty good, although I'm seeing some scratches on this one. If those are actual scratches. Yeah, it does have. Unfortunately, I didn't check everything thoroughly. It looked like the stuff that was his was in pretty good shape. Other than, he kind of put this stuff out where he had like, he was working with wood or something, so there's like little particles and crap, like a sawdust type of crap in some of the stuff. But let's take a look. So I got Batman v Superman, which of course I do have on Blu-ray. I did not have on 4K. And looking at the disc, it does have... And then the outside of the disc, I don't know, it looks like something happened. But again, extremely affordable. And I mean, I doubt there's going to be any issues with the disc actually playing. There's just some light scratches, which you can get on a brand new item these days. This one I actually saw in the theater. Wouldn't mind watching it again. Don't have a real strong opinion on it. Up next, a movie I actually didn't like very much, but this was just kind of a throw-in. Like, I was just throwing stuff in. And like, can you do $15 if I throw all these in there? Boom. And then we just kind of like kept going up. But Baby Driver, I had the Blu-ray of this at some point. I can't remember if I still have it or not. I might have to actually like go through and vacuum these because they do have like little like wood particles on them or something. Let's see how the 4K, it looks like the 4K disc is mint. Most of these discs, it looked like his discs were pretty good. So there's Baby Driver, another 4K. We got X-Men Apocalypse. This one did come with a digital code, which he said if they had the codes with them, they would work. I do have this on Blu-ray, of course. Didn't have it on 4K. And a movie that it's been a while since I've seen. I could definitely watch this again. I'm just taking a look at the 4K disc. Looks good. For some of these, I just might pop the 4K disc in with my Blu-ray set because I have like slip covers and stuff, and these cases aren't, you know, he didn't keep the cases and stuff in the greatest condition. This one was pretty cool to get. I don't know that I've seen this super cheap. It does have the code, but this will be expired. And I like this movie a fair amount. I enjoyed it. A little Will Smith. It is I Am Legend here on 4K, and this is one that he did get popped right there. But for the prices I got these for, can't complain too much. This is one that I had actually gotten the Blu-ray for free from Sony back in the day, but to be able to get the 4K for this cheap was nice. It is The Dark Tower here, which is a movie that it really could have been a lot better, like with the you know, the overall storyline that they had. You know, it's based on a book, a Stephen King book, and it seems like they really could have done a lot better with it, but grab that one. That was one of the ones I was interested in from his pictures. This one he actually had in the Blu-ray pile. I'm pretty sure I already have this, but it did come with the digital code. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Unfortunately, the digital code that comes with the 4K of this is a Blu-ray digital code for some reason. I don't know, but I already have that, so oh well. Some Blu-rays. I think that's all the 4K, unless there's some hidden down there. This one was pretty cool. It is Luke Cage, the complete first season. I like to get these Marvel ones, and Luke Cage was pretty good. He did put the sticker on right on the thing there. I might have to try to heat that sticker and see if it comes off. But I enjoyed this show on Netflix. That was a good one. And then this is a movie that I didn't want to pay like $10 for it online. I didn't even notice he had it until I was like all done, and then I saw this there. I was like, oh, I need this too. It is XXX State of the Union. Willem Dafoe's in this. Scott Speedman. I had no idea. I knew Ice Cube. I didn't know Scott Speedman, Willem Dafoe. I've never seen this movie actually, but since I have the other XXX movies, I did want to get that. Just didn't want to pay. Oh, we got one other 4K. This one I do already have, but it came with the digital code, so I grabbed the Blu-ray of it. I have the 4K of this. It is X-Men Dark Phoenix. The little boy, what is he talking about out there? This is another 4K Pacific Rim. This was another one of the ones that I was interested in from his picture that he sent me. I'm pretty sure I definitely have the Blu-ray of this. And again, the disc is pretty good. Looks like it has some very light scratching on it. I think I have the 3D of this too. I think I ended up getting the 3D of this. So Pacific Rim. Then it's a lot of TV stuff. Where do I want to go next? We got first, this is the VEI set of Highlander, the complete series. The product here, the picture quality, is not very good, and I knew that getting it, because I had researched this before because I wanted it, but it was like $40. I was like, I'll wait. So to be able to get it for, well, I mean, he's got 10 on here, and I paid well less than that. To be able to get it for, let's say, $5 or whatever, that's a beer me. It's like 20-something discs, I think. So it would be cool if this show got like a nice release, like a nice transfer. I did get Bones, the complete series, which this is the one where he said it was 50, but it says 20 on it, so I don't know what's up with that. I paid very cheap for it anyway. This is how many? 12 seasons, and I did not check every single disc. What I did check was fine. This was all messed up. The case is actually, the case is totally broken. I didn't notice that the case is broken, the artwork and stuff. I don't know what happened to that. You probably got it from Amazon is probably what happened. But to be able to get that for super cheap was nice. Oh, with the Highlander one, he also had Highlander the Raven. This only lasted one season, I believe 22 episodes. So again, extremely cheap. I had never even heard of that. I believe this is 7 seasons of Burn Notice. So he had $20 on there. Again, I paid well less than that. So Burn Notice, all 7 seasons. If I don't think I have any of this. If I did, it was like maybe one season that I got super cheap, but I don't recall having any Burn Notice. Let me know your thoughts on some of these TV seasons. I've seen some of Bones. Not much of Highlander. I watched like the first episode there. I don't know if I even finished it. Burn Notice, I don't believe I've ever seen. What else did I get here? I got a lot of NCIS. I believe he had 13 seasons of NCIS, which I have. I think I have 2 seasons of it. But he didn't really, like, he was just like, you know, I could just throw, like, oh, how much for all these? And then it was, like, very, very cheap. Because he had, like, $50 on the NCIS. He had $50, and with the throw-in of what I already had, I was like, and then, you know, grab these, and it was like maybe $15 for NCIS and then a few other things. It was pretty crazy. Once I started getting stuff, I was just like throwing stuff together and then offering him some more money, and he was agreeable to pretty much whatever. So another VEI collection, so probably really terrible picture quality, but it is the Sentinel here. I actually know nothing about this. I've never seen it. It looks like the show gets pretty good reviews. Like I said, I expect the set to be very, very poor quality. But I believe this is like 12 discs, 65 episodes. So the Sentinel was another one. Another snaggy. I did get one DVD movie, a movie that I really enjoyed growing up, which this is probably poor DVD quality, but Dangerous Minds. I don't think I ever had this. It seems like I might have saw it at Goodwill before, but I don't know, maybe it was scratched or something. I don't know that I ever purchased it. So this is another kind of just throw it in. I think we already pretty much agreed to 130, and I was just throwing stuff in. It looks like he has a UK copy of the Bionic Woman series, the remake series, which didn't last very long. He also had the old Bionic Woman, which I want to get the Blu-ray of, so I didn't get the DVD. Oh, it's raining out, and they got their dog out there in the rain. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Up next. Now, this is one that I already had 2 of the 3 sets, but he's pretty much like take the whole thing for very, very cheap. He had the CSI Miami Complete Series marked $20. I got it for, well, less than that. Like I said, the average of these items altogether was like $2.50-something, and that's counting the box set as one item. So here it is. So I believe I have the season 1 through 3 and season 4 through 6. Those were real cheap at Big Lots. And I asked him, could I just buy the 7 through 10? And he's like, he was gonna give it to me for next to nothing anyway. So he just like did, you know, the whole thing. This was kind of a throw-in because I was interested in this just because it looks like it goes for money. I was pretty disappointed when I saw it in bad condition. It is Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, the complete series on DVD. Now, this was not that guy's. It was like, I think it was his sister's or something. And it sounds like, it looks and sounds like she doesn't take care of things very well. So, like, the discs in this are pretty not great looking. I remember this show growing up. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Disc 42. Yeah, she just... I mean, actually, this disc isn't terrible. It's got a few scratches, but some of these are pretty bad. I don't know what she did to these. Actually, this is, this must be season 1. Yeah, see, it's not great. Some of it might be able to be wiped off, but there's definitely some scratches on these too. But he just threw this in for free, really, because I said, oh, we were at the point where we were at about $100, and I was like, I was interested in this, but it's pretty beat up. And he's like, oh, you can throw that in too for $100. And we had already agreed upon $100 for what I had so far. Another show that I don't think this is quite the whole series, but it's 7 seasons of Hawaii Five-0, which was something that, not you know, anything that I really wanted bad, but to be able to get it that cheap, sure, I'll grab it for that. Looks like it's actually got some actors I know. I think that's the Asian girl from Battlestar Galactica, the Asian dude from Lost is in there. And then you got 4 other seasons. These ones were ones I was definitely interested in when I saw them. Well, maybe not that one. I was definitely interested in Lucifer Season 3. I just got the first 2 on Blu-ray, and I really liked the show. So I was glad to be able to get that. I believe I have the first 2 seasons of Blind Spot on Blu-ray. The third one, I believe, was a Warner Archive Blu-ray. So I was glad to be able to get Season 3 on DVD for Blind Spot. Really enjoyed the first season of this show. I thought it was a fun one. I believe it went to Warner Archive for the second season, and it did even for the DVD. It is a Warner Archive DVD, and these discs are. It's got like freaking dog fur on it. These are like just like DVD R's, but to be able to get that super cheap was. It's really pouring out. I gotta let Layla in. Poor dog. And then Gifted here on DVD. I gotta get going though. Gifted I really knew nothing about. I gotta go let Layla in. Thanks for watching. Let me know about any of these seasons I got. And we will see you next time on PMAC Movies.